Good morning everyone, welcome back to the vlog. As you can see behind me, if you can see behind me, we're at Erzberg Rodeo. Our first time here. We was actually booked in here in 2020 maybe, I think, but fucking COVID ruined it, obviously. So we're back 3 years later, ready to tackle the Iron Giant. So it's going to be very interesting. Just walking down to the start now. I obviously not starting for ages because they gave me a fucking ridiculous start number, literally starting at the back of the pack. So I'm gonna have fucking loads of people to push past. It's a fucking nightmare, ladies and gentlemen. But we're making moves. I've not got the camera today. I'm on the iPhone simply because I was in a rush. The shop was manic. I was manic. I mean, the bike didn't even get prepped really. It came from Serbia. I didn't ride from Serbia. And then it got picked back up and went straight to here. So nothing's been happening with the bike other than it's just getting battered at World Rounds. So big up the Sherco. Thanks Team Stay for giving it me. Still absolutely buzzing with it. Engine runs mint. Yeah, other than that, let's get on with the day. Here's some from the Prologue now. Sending it. That was Paul on his big Tenere. Absolute beast. Yeah, it was sounding sick in the background. Whew. Here's Mitch now. Go on, Mitch. This guy can ride. Right, so we're partially ready for the Prologue. Cam's half my number, so he'll be going out before me. We're having some snacks. Getting the gains in. Yeah, and other than that, got Prologue, mine's at 4 o'clock. Like, who fucking gives me a number that goes to 4 o'clock? So I've got a wait round to do. Been on the practice track, which is just the rocket ride from last night, so nothing really great. But other than that, not much to show you really, other than beautiful mountains, 2 Shercos. So stay tuned and we'll get some clips on the Prologue. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so as of what you've just seen, so I finished the first Prologue but had an absolute nightmare. My back brake literally locked up about 2.5 minutes into the Prologue. The bike literally wouldn't move, it was C-solid, so I ended up booting the brake pedal and bending it upwards and it released, and then I finally finished the Prologue and I think I qualified something like 600 and something with no back brake, and I was probably spent about 2 minutes trying to actually fix the back brake and unseize it. I tried getting the pin out to take the back brake pads out, it was burning my hand. It got really hot. So yeah, Prologue day 1, absolute nightmare. But the good thing about it, obviously I didn't film anything because I was so annoyed, and I probably spent about 3 hours trying to get parts for the back brake because it needed a new master cylinder because all the seals was knackered in there. I feel like that's why it actually did seize up, because I tested it. I didn't actually change my back brake through the whole of Serbia. I actually brought the bike into the shop and obviously gave it a full bolt check, put new bits on the pipe because the pipe was loose, changed the oil, just like did a basic prep to take it away to Serbia simply because I had no time because the shop was just crazy. I actually tested the bike that Friday night and literally not one issue with the back brake. Didn't have one issue with the back brake in Serbia. I didn't even change the brake pads because the brake pads was fine. So not a clue why it did that. I assumed the master cylinder, like the rubbers was leaking, it was leaking outside once we'd got it back. So I had some form of unknown issue with that and it decided to lock up. But moving forward, we got the bike fixed. Thank you for Damo at European Transport, he helped me get it fixed. with some parts from Jarvis team, so thank you from them. Moving forward, we then go on to the parade at the night, which was absolutely insane, and I got plenty of footage from that. So moving on to it, let's take you to the parade. On the road, lad. Check out all these people. Thousands and thousands of people come here just for this parade as well. It's absolutely insane. It's frosty there. Over there. Yeehaw! That's Billy and Manny doing a burnout. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Now you've just seen that absolute insane parade. I mean, insane. I seen bikes getting on fire. Me and Charlie Frost actually started doing a burnout to kick all dust onto a bike that actually set on fire with a guy and a woman on it. Absolutely mental. There was beaters blowing up for fun, literally shooting straight out the bottom of the engine casing. So don't know what's going on with beaters there, but that is just insane. So yeah, parade was actually really good. I enjoyed that. That was probably my highlight of the weekend. Coming into Saturday, I was obviously really down about Prologue the day before, so I set off I think around 500th for the Prologue on Saturday because I pushed my way to the front a little bit. Set off feeling good on the bike, and literally about 2 minutes in again, I'd probably say it was less than 2 minutes, it was literally like before you even got on the back straight, if people are watching it that have did it. So yeah, so I crashed just before the back straight. If people that have rode it are watching, you'll understand. So literally you go off the start, over the jump, straight turn, straight, like kind of a right hand straight, and it was literally about 20 seconds after that. So it was really high speed and I had a bad crash. It sent me completely over the bars and I landed on my shoulder and back. I managed to get back up on the bike without even having an exhaust in the front manifold, so it was just, the exhaust was completely ripped out, crushed. I thought I was just winded at first, but I really wasn't. I was a lot more injured than that. So I jumped on my bike anyway, thinking I'll just catch my breath back. So I literally got back on my bike, couldn't even breathe, and I was like, just trying to ride it. I couldn't pick my right arm up properly on the throttle. I put my arm on the throttle, started riding up the mountain, realised I was in too much pain, I ended up just like slowing down and just getting to the top. It was ear piercing anyway from the exhaust, it was so loud. Managed to get to the top of the mountain and realised that I literally could not breathe for the life of me, so I rushed down to Damo, and yeah, it went from there. So I went to hospital, I got x-rayed, found out broken 2 ribs behind like my shoulder blade on the right hand side, which ain't great. I don't actually know the extent of the damage to my shoulder yet. I am going to go hospital tonight. Today's Tuesday. So I'm going to go hospital tonight, get my shoulder checked and get like a full report of actually what's going on with me, simply because I'm in tons of pain. So yeah, not a great Erzberg for me. Sorry I've not filmed more. I'd rather just give you an update like this. At least you've got something to watch, because the parade is absolutely mental. We checked my qualifying results once we got to the hospital, and bearing in mind I had an absolute massive crash. I was still going at a decent pace, and I qualified it was either 236 or 266, I can't remember. It was either on the 5th or 6th row, which I'm more than happy with. So I am sorry that you haven't got an absolute mega video from Erzberg. I've got a Red Bull event in a month's time. Hopefully I'm better for then. I'm sure I will be. So stay tuned for more. Sorry to be the boring guy, but I'm not happy about it myself. I'm really not happy. Like, I'm on some very strong painkillers right now talking to you guys. But I just wanted to give you the update. I am all in one piece, which is the main thing. I'm happy to come away from the crash with only 2 broken ribs and a sore shoulder, because I was literally going flat out and I flew over the bars, and I actually flew like off the track. So the track was it weren't very wide, but it was wide enough to realise how far I actually flew to come off the track. But plenty more videos to come. Hope you all enjoyed. I love you all to bits. Click that subscribe button and I'll see you at the next one. Ta-ra, ta-ra.